Innovation. I heard Elon Musk in a video, in an interview, saying this was the quality that was essential for his staff, and if they weren't innovating, that was the only reason they would be fired. Mistakes were rewarded, but if you weren't innovating, looking for that something new, then that was a big issue. And I wanted to sit with this word and this concept, and because I'm not an inventor and I don't work for another company and I'm not being asked to have new ideas, I thought, but how does this apply and impact me? And certainly in my work and in the self-development sense, I feel like it's almost about being flexible. And instead of using the word innovation, I thought, yeah, but I like to call it in my world flexibility, and I'm being flexibly guided. So if I think about how am I innovative in my life, and where do I look for that thing that's new, I feel like that's my skill when it comes to being guided by the universe, being guided by spirit. That it's the understanding of that is that it's a continuation, it's innovative. It's not stuck and stagnant. And being guided by spirit, you have to use innovation with that concept. Otherwise, you become stuck and it's doing you a disservice. And I feel like this is really important information in the spiritual sense. Because to truly be guided by spirit, if there's also no innovation, it's not being guided at all, it's being closed. So it's the understanding that you're guided in stepping stones. That one thing might be, I'm guided here and that's a stepping stone, and what do I take from it? But now I need to pivot. Now I need the next new thing. What is it now? And you're continuously being guided in a very innovative way, looking for that new thing to learn. What's new here for me? What do I learn? Okay, now what's next? What do I learn here? What do I learn here? Whereas it's interesting, some spiritual people use that being guided by spirit card as like to prove themselves right, or to prove that idea right. It's like a trump card. It's like, but ayahuasca told me to do this and I've done it and I'm sticking here. That's not innovative, because it closes them off to possibility. It's like, you were told to do that, but it's not the final destination. I find this quite challenging to explain. And using being guided as a reason to be right. So it's like, yeah, but I was guided to do this. I was guided to that practitioner. I was guided to do that course. And it's like, yeah, but that's great. But it doesn't then mean that your teachings are finished. Your journey is over. It wasn't a guide to the destination. It's a guide to a stepping stone. And people use but I was guided to do that by spirit. And now I have all the answers. And that's the end of the road for me. And I've reached the final destination because spirit told me to do this. And I've now learnt from that teacher. And now I know everything there is to know. It's almost like they use it as a tag on as to why that was right. Why they're right. Why they know more than you. And it's like a kind of a weird spiritual superiority that comes in. That it's then like, I was guided to that destination and now I know all that there is to know. Does that make sense? That for me, using using guided by spirit as like a trump card as to that's why I did that. And it's almost like trying to tell everyone else, this is the correct way to go. I've reached the destination. Now I know everything. But ayahuasca told me to do this. Mother ayahuasca told me this is the destination. This is the way to go. Right? I've now learnt from this teacher and I know everything. And now everyone learned from me. And I think that that's a little bit closed and it's not innovative, because truly being guided by spirit is understanding that you are never at the destination. You're always the student. You're constantly being guided, and these are stepping stones. That you're like, now I take what I take. I've been guided to this teacher, but now I take what I need from this teacher, leave myself open to other teachers, and I'm also looking for what's new. Where am I being guided to next? What's here in the present moment, spirit? Where am I going constantly? That's using innovation with it. You need to be guided in an innovative way. They're stepping stones. What's now new? What's next? So that you're always present, so that you're always learning, so that you're always a student. To use spirituality as a trump card and be closed, I was guided. Now I know everything. But where's the next teacher? What's the new thing? You can't be guided to the destination. You're only guided on stepping stones, because they don't have the innovation. They think, I was guided by spirit to this place. Now I've done that and I've learnt from that teacher and I now know everything. And they kind of close themselves off to new teachings, to possibilities, to examples, to asking themselves. And certainly in spirituality, there is no one way. There isn't like, I was guided by spirit, so I've learnt all of this, and now that's the way. It's about being open, continuously taking data and alchemizing it and asking questions and being open and being flexible, rather than God said this. And now I've learnt this set way to do something, and that's the way. And now what you're doing now is wrong, because I've learnt the way that Spirit guided me to learn. And anyone that does it differently, they're wrong and I'm right. It's like using it as a trump card to be right about what they've learnt. But ayahuasca said to do this, so what you're doing must be wrong. It's like, they're not innovating, because there are multiple ways to get to the same destination. There are multiple teachers, and you should be constantly looking for, I'm guided here and I'll take the fruits of what's there for me, but I'm also open to, wow, why do you do it like that? That's interesting. I've learnt this and you've learnt that. And let me question why you do it like this, because maybe that was a stepping stone rather than my complete destination that's led me to now learning this. And now I learn more and then more and then more. And it's like, keep asking, keep questioning things. What's new? What's here to learn? Rather than, I was guided by spirit and now I'm done and you're doing it wrong because I was shown this way. I find that's like the one really annoying thing about spiritual people, is when they go, yeah, but God said do it like this. Ayahuasca said do this. Spirit said do this. I was guided there. Therefore, this must be the right way because Spirit showed me. So what you're doing is the wrong way. It's like, no. Being guided by Spirit is not a destination. It's not the only way, the only path. That is a part of your journey. It's a stepping stone so that you can take what's there for you, but also innovate. What's new? Move, pivot. There's many things to learn and to do, rather than have a set idea of what's right and what's wrong. that's what I'm with today. So thank you, Elon Musk, for, allowing me to be in this really innovative, flowy energy. So I've got some clarity next time when somebody kind of says, yeah, but I was guided by spirit to do this, not that. I'm like, why do you think that that is your final destination? The bottom of the mountain, the top of the mountain is the bottom of the next one. You're not done. You're not finished. There's more. I hope that comes across. I'm finding it quite challenging to explain this. And I don't like it when spiritual teachers do that they think that they know the only way, that they go, but I was guided by spirit and I know this way and I've taught this way, so this is the right way. Any other practitioner doing a different way is wrong. And it's like, they're not wrong, there's just different ways to do it. There's different ways and different nuances, and it's each to their own. I did a Cambo video about Cambo and sent it out on my mailing list about there's different Cambo practitioners and different ways to do it. And it's like, neither one of those is wrong. It's just different. There is a way to detox the body. If you've got a cancer or something, you need a specific practitioner for a specific thing. And if you want a spiritual experience, you can go and do that for self-development. Neither one of those is wrong. It's just different. And it's like, we honour them both. There's no set way to do it. There's different practitioners that do different things, but there isn't I was guided and this is the only way. So if you have a practitioner saying, yeah, but I was guided by spirit and this is the only way to do it, all the rest of them are wrong, it's like, where's the innovation? There are juicy fruits for you in each part. Why do they do it differently? Let's question, let's see, let's find out what's here for me here, now what's here for me here, now what's here for me here, and move away from this idea that there's a set way and spirit wants only a certain way to do things and that's the right way. I've learnt this and that's the only way. It's like, this has been my journey. Please learn from me what you want to learn, and then keep yourself open, keep yourself innovating, keep yourself finding these new things. It's like that student-teacher frequency. And one of the greatest minds will acknowledge that they are the student. And to be the best teacher, they also are always the student. That to be a teacher, you don't plateau. It's not like God's told me everything and now I teach from a place of know it all and everyone else is wrong and I'm the only one that's right. Because for me, that's a very closed, uninnovative teacher. And I want to learn from innovative teachers, the ones that are still open to new possibilities, new things. I have learnt like this, but there's also many other possibilities, and we want to get as much data as possible through all of the different ways. And Einstein it's the quote from Einstein that says, I wake up every morning and I remind myself how much I don't know and how much I am still the student. Because as soon as we think we've learnt it all and know it all, we've closed ourselves off to possibility. So when you get guided by spirit, that's lovely and everything, but that doesn't close you off to possibility. It's just a stepping stone. Please be innovative. What's new? Question. Keep questioning. Keep questioning. And that is the best thing about self-development. Be shy.